Imagine hearing a Legend's engine one last time. Imagine a car that sounds like thunder saying goodbye. That is exactly what is happening with the 2026 Toyota GR Supra Final Edition. Today, we are talking about a sports car that many people dreamed about, talked about, argued about, and raced in video games. And now, this chapter is ending. So the big question is simple and exciting. Are we really going to miss the Toyota GR Supra, or is it time to wave goodbye without looking back? Let's start at the beginning, in a way that even a 10-year-old can picture clearly. A long time ago, the name Supra meant speed, power, and cool posters on bedroom walls. When Toyota said they were bringing the Supra back, people went crazy. Everyone expected something magical, something that would feel like a superhero car. When the fifth-generation GR Supra finally arrived, it was fast, loud, and fun. But it was also different. And now, with the 2026 Final Edition, Toyota is closing the door on this story. The 2026 Toyota GR Supra Final Edition is the last version you can buy. Think of it like the final boss in a video game. It has upgrades, special looks, and a higher price. This Final Edition costs almost $70,000, which is a lot of money for a two-door sports car. Toyota says this is their way of saying goodbye in style. But does it really feel special, or is it just expensive? Every 2026 Supra uses the same engine, and it is a strong one. Under the hood is a turbocharged 3.0-liter six-cylinder engine. That sounds complicated, but here's what it means. When you press the gas, the car goes very fast. It makes 382 horsepower, which is like having hundreds of strong horses pulling the car forward all at once. It also makes 368 pound-feet of torque, which is the force that pushes you back into your seat. You can choose a 6-speed manual transmission if you like shifting gears yourself, or an 8-speed automatic if you want the car to do it for you. On paper, this sounds amazing. And honestly, in a straight line, the Supra is still quick. When you floor it, the engine roars, the turbo whistles, and the car shoots forward like a rocket. That part is exciting every single time. Speed has always been one of the Supra's biggest strengths, and the Final Edition does not forget that. But the Final Edition is not just about speed. Toyota added some special hardware to make it feel more serious. The brakes are bigger Brembos, which means they are stronger and better at slowing the car down after going fast. The suspension is stiffer, which helps the car stay flat and stable in corners. Toyota also changed the wheel camber, which is the angle of the wheels. This helps the tires grip the road better when you turn. These changes are meant to make the Supra feel sharper, especially on a racetrack. And speaking of racetracks, this Final Edition was driven at Sonoma Raceway in Northern California. That is a real racing circuit with hills, fast turns, and tricky corners. On a track like this, a sports car shows its true personality. This is where you find out if a car is just fast or truly great. Before we talk about how it drives, let's look at how it looks. The Final Edition wants everyone to know it is special. It rides on 19-inch matte black wheels that look aggressive and sporty. There is a carbon fiber rear spoiler that sits on the back like a wing, helping with aerodynamics and style. The mirror caps are also carbon fiber, which makes the car feel more like a race machine. These details may seem small, but together they give the Supra a tougher, more serious look. Inside the car, the changes continue. The seats are covered in faux suede, which feels soft and sporty. Big GR logos are stitched into the headrests, reminding you that this is part of Toyota's performance family. Toyota even includes a special car cover, which is like giving the car its own blanket. It is a nice touch, and it makes the Final Edition feel like a collector's item. Now let's talk about how the car actually feels to drive, because this is where opinions start to split. The Supra was built with help from BMW, and under the skin, it shares a lot with the BMW Z4. This partnership helped Toyota bring the Supra back, but it also means the car does not feel exactly like other Toyota GR models. On the track, the Supra is fast. The engine pulls hard, especially on long straight sections. You can feel the power building as the turbo pushes more air into the engine. It is exciting, loud, and dramatic. But when you start turning the steering wheel, things change. The steering in the Supra is very light. That means it is easy to turn, but it does not tell you much about what the front tires are doing. Imagine riding a bike while wearing thick gloves. You can still steer, but you don't feel the road very well. That is how the Supra's steering feels. On a racetrack, drivers want feedback. They want to feel every bump, every grip change, and every slide. The Supra does not give as much information as some other sports cars. The brakes are strong, but they also feel strange. You have to press the pedal quite a bit before they really start to bite. This can make it harder to be precise when driving fast. Again, these are small details, but they matter a lot in a sports car. So what about the Final Edition changes? Do they fix these problems? The answer is a little, but not a lot. The increased wheel camber does help. In long sweeping corners, like Sonoma's big left-hand turn, the Final Edition grips better. You can carry more speed through the turn, and the car feels more confident. That is a real improvement, and credit should be given for that. However, the changes to chassis and body stiffness are harder to feel. When driving the Final Edition back-to-back with an older Supra, the difference is very small. It is there, but you really have to look for it. It is like upgrading from a very good video game controller to a slightly better one. Only experts will notice right away. After driving the Supra, something interesting happened. The driver also took out two other Toyota performance cars on the same track, the GR Corolla and the GR86. These cars are very different from the Supra. They are cheaper, less powerful, and smaller. But on the track, they were better. The GR Corolla has amazing steering. It feels alive in your hands. The brakes are confident and easy to control. The car feels playful and exciting, even though it has less power. The GR86, which is a lightweight sports coupe, is also fantastic. It feels balanced, fun, and full of character. Both cars make you smile more, even if they are slower in a straight line. This comparison is important, because it shows where the Supra stands inside Toyota's own lineup. The Supra is fast and stylish, but it does not feel as rewarding as Toyota's other GR cars. Those cars were designed fully in-house by Toyota's performance team, and you can feel the difference. They have soul. They talk to the driver. This is where the Supra starts to feel like the odd one out. It is the most powerful and the most expensive, but not the...
All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going to deconstruct a modern legend, the Toyota GR Supra. We're going to break down what makes this car tick, from the way it looks to the way it feels, using its own design and features to tell the story. Okay, let's dive in. So it really all starts with a big question, right? What even is a modern sports car these days? I mean, is it just about raw horsepower? Is it about having the latest, craziest tech? Or is it something a little deeper? That feeling, that connection you get behind the wheel? Well, the GR Supra, it's trying to be the answer to all of that. So how does the Supra start? To answer that question, well, long before you even fire up the engine, it's already making a statement. And that starts with the very first thing you see, that absolutely striking exterior.
And here's the really cool thing. Almost nothing on this car is just for show. Seriously, every scoop and vent you see, it's functional. It's channeling air for cooling or aerodynamics. Every single curve is designed to help it slice through the wind. Even that signature double bubble roof isn't just a neat design cue, it's an old school trick to reduce drag and give you more headroom. The whole car is literally shaped by the wind.
You can see that purposefulness so clearly here. Just look at how wide and low it sits. The front end looks like it's ready to just swallow up the pavement. And then you look at the back, and that spoiler isn't just tacked on, it's sculpted right into the body. It's absolutely crucial for pushing the rear of the car onto the road, keeping it stable when you're really moving. It's just pure functional design. And this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. These headlights, they look incredible, right? Almost like jewelry. But those 6 lenses aren't just for looking pretty. They throw out a ton of bright, clear light, which in a car this fast is something you absolutely need. And the serious hardware doesn't stop there. If you peek through those super light forged alloy wheels, you'll see massive Brembo brakes. And that's a huge tell. It means this car isn't just built to accelerate. It's built to stop and stop hard, over and over again. That's what gives you real confidence. All right, so that's the outside. Now, let's see if that same philosophy carries over to where you spend all your time. Let's step inside the command center, the cockpit. The second you drop into the driver's seat, it all makes sense. Everything is wrapped around you. The center console is high, the shifter is right where your hand naturally falls, It's all designed to keep your focus forward on the road where it belongs. But just because it's driver-focused doesn't mean it's, a stripped-out race car. It's a modern sports car, so you still get all the creature comforts. We're talking heated seats, automatic climate control, a really nice sound system for when you're just cruising, and of course, keyless entry and a push-button start. All the good stuff. And right in front of you is this awesome digital instrument cluster. Now, the brilliant thing here is that they made the tachometer, the rev counter, huge and put it right in the middle. It prioritizes the one thing you need to see most when you're driving hard, your engine speed. It's just smart design. And these seats, they are so important to the whole experience. They're not just comfortable. See those big bolsters on the sides? They're there to lock you in. So when you're throwing the car into a corner, you're not sliding around. You feel completely connected to the car. Okay, so we've covered the looks, we've covered the cockpit, but now we get to the heart of it all. The whole reason this car exists, the performance, the thrill of actually driving it. What's so interesting about this generation is that you get a real choice. You can go for the automatic transmission, which gives you these brutally fast, seamless shifts, just effortless speed. Or you can go for the manual, which is a totally different kind of experience, a more raw, tactile, pure connection with the machine. It's like two different personalities for the same amazing car. And here you can see them both. On one side, that sleek little electronic shifter for the 8-speed automatic, with paddle shifters right at your fingertips. And on the other, that beautiful, classic 6-speed manual gear knob, promising a totally hands-on experience. Yeah, a road like this is the Supra's natural habitat. This is its happy place. All that engineering we talked about, the short wheelbase, the wide stance, that perfect 50-50 weight balance, it all comes together here. The car just feels so agile and eager to turn. It's just so much fun. But if you really want to see what this thing can do, you have to take it to a racetrack. That's where you can push it to its absolute limits. It kind of sheds its civilized road car manners and reveals its true identity as a full-on, thoroughbred performance machine. But let's be real, a great sports car today can't just be fast. It also has to be livable. So let's talk about the technology that makes the Supra a car you could actually drive every single day. And this slide really drives that point home. Just because it's a high-performance machine doesn't mean you have to compromise. I mean, just look at this list. From Apple CarPlay and a premium sound system to a whole suite of driver aids, it's got everything you'd expect from any modern premium car. A big part of that is about peace of mind. You've got a whole suite of features like a blind spot monitor for the highway and parking sensors for the city. It just makes this high-performance car way less intimidating to use day to day. And of course, it has to connect seamlessly with your digital life. You get the essentials like Apple CarPlay and Bluetooth for your music and calls, and even the awesome convenience of wireless phone charging. Just drop your phone in the tray and you're good to go. So when you put it all together, the design, the cockpit, the performance, and the tech, what do you actually get? Well, you get a car that has a few different personalities. On the weekends, it's a pure enthusiast's machine, right? It's the car you wake up early for just to go find that perfect empty stretch of road and really feel the chassis and engine come alive. But then, during the week, it transforms. It becomes this stylish cruiser, comfortable enough for the daily commute, and with a design that turns heads absolutely everywhere it goes, whether it's parked downtown or just rolling under the city lights. Which brings us right back to our original question. By blending that dramatic style, the driver-focused interior, thrilling performance, and all the tech you need for everyday life, has Toyota created the complete package for the modern driver? Well, I think that's a question that's probably best